Welcome back to The Explainer, everyone. I am absolutely pumped to have you here today because we are diving headfirst into the high-stakes events of Episode 3. If you've been following this crazy story of secret identities in elite gaming, you already know things are getting intense. We're going to break down all the brilliant strategies, the absolutely hilarious mishaps, and those top-tier tactical plays that make this episode such a standout. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's unravel this thing together. Okay, so we got to start with the massive elephant in the room, or, well, the server. Who on earth is Black Spade Z? At the end of our last episode, this brand new, completely unknown player logs in and just single-handedly obliterates the unbeatable Hades boss. It's literally a feat that seasoned veterans haven't been able to pull off. The forums are going wild, the pros are scratching their heads, and everyone is just desperate to figure out who is behind this mysterious account. Let's do a quick rewind and look at the timeline here, just to catch everyone up, because honestly, the context is absolutely wild. Point 1. A world-class, super independent female hacker gets struck by lightning and miraculously wakes up in the body of a high school student named Fuju. And this girl has actually been forced by her mom to live disguised as a boy. Point 2. Our new Fuju completely flips the script. She uses her badass attitude to fight back against the bullies who used to make the old host's life miserable. And finally, point 3. Realizing she's basically broke and needs resources, our genius hacker enters the online gaming world to do what she does best, dominate and make some serious cash. Just look at the sheer hilarious contrast between these two personalities sharing the same life. On the one hand, you've got the old Fuju. This poor kid was constantly bullied, sat at the absolute bottom of her class, and was mostly known for desperately chasing after boys. But then, look at the new Fuju. It's a total 180. She is a completely badass former international hacker and a tactical gaming prodigy. She could literally not care less about high school romance. She is 100% focused on securing the bag to fund her tech needs. It's such a brilliant dynamic shift. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Pro Gamer. Chaos in the Server. So this brings us right into the immediate fallout from Episode 2. Our protagonist logs in with her shiny new account, and, what do you expect when a literal genius hacker plays a video game? She instantly attracts some major unwanted attention. Just look at the absolute chaos Black Spade Z causes in a matter of minutes. First, she gets a friend request from a well-known pro player named Coco. And what does she do? She just casually rejects it. No big deal, right? Well, this single act of defiance actually triggers the legendary, almost mythic gamer Chin Mo to log into the game. When the server notification pops up that the invisible, god-tier Chin Mo is online, the entire player base just goes into a massive panic. Basically, Fuju accidentally kicked a massive hornet's nest just by trying to play a game under the radar. Get a load of this quote from Coco. "Why didn't they accept my request? I'm a pro player." You can literally hear the wounded pride there, right? In their elite little bubble, a new player declining an invite from a recognized pro is completely unheard of. Coco is just losing his mind trying to figure out if this new player is arrogant, totally oblivious, or just genuinely doesn't care about the established hierarchy. Spoiler alert, it is definitely the latter. But, while Coco is out there whining, Chinmo, he takes a way more dangerous approach. His reaction is chillingly calm. He just says, track the IP address next time they're online. And wow, does this brilliantly illustrate the rising stakes. Chinmo isn't just curious, he is actively deploying real-world tech resources to hunt down Fuju's actual physical location. For a former international hacker currently hiding out in a high schooler's body, having someone track your IP address is a massive red flag. The tension here is just fantastic. Moving on to Chapter 2, The Pursuit of Cash, Real-World Needs. So, while the digital world is literally burning down trying to find her, Fuju checks her real-world bank balance, and yikes! It's exactly $1,866. Now, sure, for your average high schooler, that might seem like a pretty decent chunk of change. But remember who we're dealing with here. She is a world-class hacker. She desperately needs high-end computing tools, a mechanical keyboard, the whole shebang just to operate at her peak level. That $1,866 is practically pennies for the kind of gear she requires. So while she's a literal god online, in reality, she's completely strapped for cash. Which brings us to Chapter 3, Academic Struggles, A Simple Goal. Okay, so dealing with a practically empty bank account is rough. But then Fuju gets this hilarious reality check from her butler. He's constantly hovering around, warning her that playing all these video games is super unhealthy for a growing student. But then he drops a very vital piece of information. He reminds her that her mom promised a massive cash check as a reward for any academic improvement. And here's the kicker, you guys. She doesn't even need to become an A-plus student. She only needs to move up one single rank in her class to get paid. So, why just one rank? Well, her current standing is dead last. Literally bottom of the barrel. When she hears this, it's kind of like a mountain crushing her ego. But if you look at it from a purely tactical standpoint, moving up just one single spot from last place is absolutely the easiest ticket to a massive payday. It's such a hilarious setup because it perfectly aligns her desperate need for hacker funds with the totally mundane task of high school studying. Chapter 4. An Accidental Connection, Classroom Showdown. Armed with this new goal, Fuju goes back to class, and her double life immediately causes a scene. Let's walk through this brilliant classroom showdown step by step. Step 1, Fuju boldly hides her tablet and keyboard right behind her notebook on her desk. Step 2, she starts typing away so fast and loud that it completely annoys her deskmate, the local bully Fang Jing. Step 3, when Fang Jin complains, our genius tactician totally flips the script, plays the innocent victim, and tricks the teacher into sending the bully out of the classroom for 10 minutes. Flawless victory, right? Well, actually, scratch that, because then comes step 4. Right as she's celebrating her win, her hand just slips. A new friend request had popped up on the tablet, and instead of hitting decline, she accidentally clicks accept on Chinmo's request. No way. And how does our badass protagonist react to this? I mean, she just accidentally accepted a direct line to the scariest IP-tracking gamer on the whole server. But she doesn't panic. Not at all. She just smirks and thinks, I didn't think anyone was dying to approach me this badly. This is interesting. Her cool, totally unbothered reaction is exactly why we love her. She takes a potential disaster and just turns it into a brand new game to play. So here's the burning question we're left with. What happens now? The legendary Chinmo, who is actively trying to hunt down her real identity, and the genius hacker Fuju are officially connected in the game. It is the ultimate cat-and-mouse setup. Is Chinmo going to figure out who she really is, or will Fuju manage to somehow use him to get the cash she needs? I don't know about you, but I am completely hooked. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to break down the next chapter of this incredible story with you soon.